Hey guys, it's Warren from KLGadgetTV and welcome back to another new video. So what we are going to unbox today is not a smartphone right here. As you can see, there's a E over here, which is Xiaomi's subsidiary, otherwise a sister company called Xiaoyi. So what we have here today is a driving recorder. You know, Xiaoyi has been doing really great stuff, such as its action camera, which is a really great and affordable one. So this is a driving camera that we are seeing right here today. So without further ado, I'm going to unbox the Xiaoyi driving recorder to show you guys what's inside the box and check out the features on it. Alright, so this product is not officially in Malaysia yet because it is only just available in China since it belongs to the Xiaoyi family. So on the box here we have this message that says 感谢在一起, which means thankful to be together if translated into English. So let's turn over to the back to check out some specs as usual. So I'm going to zoom in a little so that you can see properly. Okay, so it's all in Chinese obviously because this is an imported unit from China. So if you want to buy one, you can actually head on to 11th Street to get one. It's actually pretty affordable. So here's some specs. First one, it says that it supports up to a 1296p HD recording resolution, and there's a f1.8 aperture on its lens, 165-degree wide angle lens, which is actually great, and there's some image sensor on board and a 2.7-inch LCD display, which is actually a pretty huge display for a driving recorder. And there's this ADAS warning system, which actually warns you about lane changes or sudden movements in front of you. So it actually has some nice safety features on board. So the rest of the specs would be just repeating the same thing again. It supports an MP4 recording, which is great, and it accepts micro SD card from 8GB to 64GB. So make sure you have a class 10 SD card on board. So the resolution that you are going to get is 2304 x 1296p. That's actually a pretty high resolution for pictures and video as well, and it supports up to 1296p 30 frames per second, otherwise 60 frames per second for full HD video. So this is actually a pretty decent and affordable action camera from Xiaoyi. Okay, so without further ado, I'm gonna cut the box, cut the plastic. There we go, easy peasy, there it goes. It's just like a smartphone box, amazing. Okay, so let's just take another cut. There we go. There comes off the plastic. Okay, so obviously I have some red paper right here, and I'm gonna zoom out a bit. Okay, so let's open the box. Hopefully it's not as difficult as other Xiaomi products. There we go. It's still pretty stiff, but it's gonna work. I hope it doesn't fall. There we go. This is the Xiaoyi Car Dashcam. It looks pretty huge. Slightly bigger than its action camera, but yeah, there we go. It's for the big display. It's a rather huge display, but let's check out the contents before we check out the camera itself. So taking out this compartment, we are able to see manuals. There you go, in Chinese. Unfortunately, if you're not Chinese educated, you won't be able to know what's inside. Okay, so and there you go. This is a pretty long micro USB cable for charging and data syncing. And last but not the least, we have, of course, the car charger for powering the camera. And we even have a suction cup on board, which is great. This is quite a small suction cup for a car dash cam. Okay, so that's pretty much on the contents of the Xiaoyi Car Dashcam box. Let's check out the camera itself. So one of the great things about the Xiaoyi Dashcam is that it has a built-in battery, so that you don't need to always be powered by USB in order to use it. So you could actually use it as a normal camera, but the battery size is actually fairly small at 240 mAh, so it would probably last you like maybe 5 to 10 minutes and it will actually die off. And also this thing has built-in Wi-Fi. So for instance, if you're actually in the car, you want to check out footages from it, you can actually use your phone to view those footages inside the camera. Alright, so let's take a hardware tour of the Xiaoyi Car Dashcam. So we have 4 buttons right here. They are not capacitive ones, but physical hardware buttons, which is pretty nice. So here's the record button, and this is the video mode if I'm not mistaken, and there's the preview mode, picture mode, and there's the setting and power button. And this is a really huge 2.7-inch display. On the top here, of course, there's no shutter key because this is obviously not a action camera, so you don't have any shutter key on board. But I believe this is actually the speaker grill, otherwise it's for coding purposes. So this is a rather huge lens. As you can see, it is a f1.8 lens and with a 165-degree wide angle view. So it calls it the super WDR optical lens, which means super wide dynamic range optical lens. All right, here, so here's the SD card slot on the left. So make sure you buy a class 10 micro SD card to slot it in. So I hope there's battery inside the device. I'm going to just power it on just like this. Let's hope it turns on. Okay, so obviously there's no battery on board. I mean, the battery is inside, but it is not charged just yet. So I'm going to get it charged and power it on to let you guys see how the user interface looks like. I'll be back soon. Okay guys, as you can see, the camera interface is fairly simple. There's not a lot of icons right here. So we're going to check out the settings of the Xiaoyi Car Dashcam. By pressing on this button. There you go. Everything is in Chinese. There's no English menu, unfortunately. However, as you can see here, the icons are pretty self-explanatory because it is actually very straightforward. For instance, this is the recording quality for the camera, and this is microphone, motion detection, and this is the ADAS control, which you can actually detect if your car is moving to another lane. It's a safety feature. Wi-Fi, auto screen off, format micro SD card, restore the factory settings, and last but not least, about the camera. So this is where you can check your firmware version, your Wi-Fi SSID, as well as the password for the Wi-Fi hotspot for this camera. Okay, let's go back. So this is how you change the settings. So I'm going to go back to settings again. So this is how you change the recording quality by just pressing on this button again. I'm going to set to the highest resolution ever, 2304 x 1296 at 30 frames per second. So I'm going to do a recording for you guys to see how it looks like, and I'll be back with a verdict. Hey guys, this is Warren with KLGadgetTV, and this is a video recording sample of the Xiaoyi Car Dashcam. I'm actually treating it like an action camera right now because I am definitely not going to do this while I am in the car. So you get an idea on how well the video quality is. I'm actually moving out to my Soho's balcony, and this is how it looks like in daytime. There you go. I'm going to show you some footage of my balcony here. So you can see there's a future MRT station coming up right here, and that's the depot of train. So yeah, this is how the video recording quality of the Xiaoyi Car Dashcam. Hopefully it's clear on your side, and I hope audio is good as well. I'm actually connecting the camera to a power bank here because it's actually low on battery. Well, I'll catch you back soon on the verdict of the Xiaoyi Car Dashcam. Okay guys, so that's it for a quick unboxing and review of the Xiaoyi Car Dashcam. This is a really great car dashcam with great image quality. However, it does not feature a built-in GPS, which I was actually wrong in the beginning because I do not see any GPS option in the settings. So, which means if you were to track where you have been driving or to track where incidents happen, you are not able to do so with this action dashcam. Well, it's pretty understandable because this is not an expensive camera, but if you just want to keep track of your driving activities, this is actually a pretty good camera. So I actually got it at 200 ringgit over at 11th Street, just to remind you again. So do check out over at 11thstreet.my to buy this action camera for your car and to protect your safety. Once again, my name is Warren for KLGadgetTV, and I shall see you soon on our next video.